Welcome to the People's Purple Show. This is our Week 2 preview. The Vikings take on the Packers this week. My name is Danny Decker. This is Greg Prins. We're about to dive into the show, but before we do that, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. So we are sponsored by Chapter 1 Films, which is this guy's video production company. Does awesome work helping businesses tell their story with video. We're also sponsored by Snyder's Pretzel. So, Greg, why don't you tell the people about Snyder's?
Oh man, it's been a long time with Snyder's. I think it was 2009, first round of the playoffs. So we had the first round bye, so divisional round, I think, right? Anyways, we kicked the crap out of the Cowboys, and we were eating Schneider's pretzels. And then the next game was Brett Favre's notorious interception, and we were not eating Snyder's. And from that point on, we deemed them good luck. We eat them at every single game, wherever we are. Even if we have to sneak them into to games when they play at the Carolina Panthers, we're sneaking them in our socks. We find a way to eat Snyder's pretzels for every game.
Yep, so Snyder's, you guys, and what we do is every time there's like a critical third down or like a big play or something, we'd be sure to like eat some Snyder's. So Snyder's is a sponsor of the show, and of course Trey Wayne. So thanks, Trey, for your support.
Thank you, Trey.
All right, man. So we got a big game coming up. Exciting game against the Packers. Let's get to the headlines. So Aaron Rodgers last Sunday night, comeback victory.
Filthy.
Hurt his knee. Like, what are your thoughts?
It's like you didn't really like seeing him get hurt and go out for the year again. Like when he went down with a knee injury and was getting carted off, I was sitting there thinking, man, you know, there's just going to be another like asterisk they put by our name when we win the division. And part of me didn't want that, but part of me was happy because like screw Aaron Rodgers. So nothing could have been worse than the way it unfolds, right? He's actually not injured, and he comes back and he just graciously throws 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and beats the crap out of the Bears. Like, who cares that they have Khalil Mack? Like, it means nothing if Aaron Rodgers plays for 10 minutes and just kills you. I mean, it was painful to watch. Good news is that he could still be a little shaky. There could have been a lot of adrenaline getting him through that one. They're saying there's a small chance he doesn't play. Even if it means he's a little less mobile, I think it's positive things for us. So I like the fact that he's back, and I like the fact that he's kind of injured. Because screw the Packers. All right, Danny. So the Detroit Lions, on the other end of the spectrum, did not come back and make a miraculous fourth quarter win. Matt Stafford looked terrible. Their whole team really looked bad. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. You know, I was coming into this season, I was like, the division is going to be a race between the Vikings and the Packers. But the Lions, you never know. That was my feeling with them. They might have a really good year. They might kind of threaten for the division or at least the wild card spot. And maybe they still will, but man, did they look bad on Monday night. I mean, Matt Stafford, he looked awful. The offensive line looked awful. I mean, Matt Stafford was just getting pummeled. Man, some of the hits he was taking. So, I mean, the way I look at it, the New York Jets came into the Lions' home stadium and just made them look terrible. So that is a pretty strong indication that the Lions are not that good. And you already mentioned, I mean, the Packers, you know, Aaron Rodgers looks good, obviously, but the rest of the team looks terrible. I thought the Bears looked pretty bad aside from a few spots. So I just feel like the NFC North is ours for the taking, and it was nice to see Matt Stafford and the Lions just kind of scrub it up. So, all right, man. Harrison Smith wins the Defensive Player of the Week.
Hey, yeah, I like that. I thought they were going to give it to Khalil Mack because he had the touchdown, but I mean, I'm glad they're looking at that going, it's a backup quarterback coming in, and he's just picking up all these garbage time stats. I talked about it a little bit in the recap. Man, I did not expect him to get started this quick. I mean, nothing really surprises me with Harrison Smith now. Like, literally, I mean, he could be getting sacks, forced fumbles, or interceptions, and it's all, like, we've seen that. Like, we all believe in him. But to instantly do it, it's like he just came off Pro Football Focus's best career for any player, period. Since Pro Football Focus has been doing what they do, nobody's had the career that he has at any position, period. He had the best season. It's coming off of that. And he just instantly does it first game of the year. His stat line is absurd. 8 tackles, 2 for loss, 1 sack, 1 interception.
Hey, maybe he'll actually make the Pro Bowl this year.
If he's got to be a early candidate for Defensive Player of the Year because, I mean, I have all kinds of faith in him. I think he's going to be a monster this year. I'm super excited. All right, so last headline here. Pat Elflein's back in practice. This is positive. This is good news. What do you think?
Thank goodness, finally. I mean, I really thought there was a chance he was like dead somewhere,
Oh,
but no, it's good news. And I mean, I think the offensive line looked fine on Sunday. Not great, not bad, but getting Elflein back will really strengthen the line probably at two positions because he'll be a big upgrade at center, and then we'll theoretically kick Brett Jones over maybe to left guard. So really excited. Now I would guess he's probably a couple weeks from playing. I mean, I don't really know, but I imagine he's limited in practice. I doubt we'll see him this week, but positive news. Definitely got to get him back, especially with Collins going on the injured reserve a couple days ago. I mean, a further shot to our offensive line depth. So it's really good to get Elflein back. Let's hope he stays healthy. I mean, knock on wood, team's pretty healthy right now. So let's keep it that way. All right, so we got Uncle Louie back in the house. So
Uncle Louie.
He took a couple weeks off, but I figured I'd hear from him now that we're into the regular season.
You can't have anything bad to say about this game.
Let's see what he's got for us. So, Uncle Louie says, "Dear Danny, so the Vikings are 1-0 thanks to an accurate and efficient day from their quarterback. That sounds familiar. Oh yes, this time last year, Vikes fans were frothing at the mouth over Sam Bradford. Then his knee fell off, and he never played again. Last year, you got lucky with Case Keenum. Do you really think you'll get lucky again this year? It's not a matter of if Kirk Cousins gets hurt. It's only a matter of when. Good luck with Trevor Siemian running the show. P.S. Take my advice and look for something better to do on Sunday afternoons. Do some yard work. Drink some paint thinner. Anything is better than getting wrapped up in this team again. It won't end well for them this year. It never does." Thanks, Uncle Louie.
Some paint thinners. We gotta go invest in some of that. Trevor Siemian. Hopefully it's Slaughter if that happens.
Yeah, I mean that really is a true statement there. Like, if something happens to Kirk Cousins,
Oh my goodness. I mean, I think Slaughter will take that spot.
I would think so too. I would think so too. All right, man. Huge week coming up. Week 2. I feel like everyone penciled in the week 1 as a win. We knew we were going to beat the 49ers. We basically handled business. Week 2, we're in Green Bay. I feel like this is a huge opportunity for us. Huge opportunity. The Packers, they're at home. They kind of need this game more than us. What are your thoughts?
I mean, you've said it before. It really is. It's like a perfect scenario for us. Nobody's expecting us to win this game. It's game number 2. It's in Lambeau. Any team that goes and plays in Lambeau, I mean, the odds have to be against them. I'm not sure exactly if that's accurate or not, but I'm pretty sure most teams, other than maybe the Patriots, that are going to go in and play Green Bay on Lambeau Field, like the odds are stacked against them. Like they're expecting to lose that game. And so for us, it's a division rival on top of that, and we're expected to lose week 2. And if we can take it, I mean, it just swings everything. We'll be in clear control of the division because both the Bears and the Lions have a loss. We'll be 2-0. And like that's just going to be such a great position to be in this early. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think if we win this game, I think we're going to win the division. Like I think that's obviously a little early, but I think that this game, if we go into Green Bay, beat them there, we're in the driver's seat for the division. And I think even if we lose, we're fine. Like we're fine. We just have to then beat the Packers when we're back in Minnesota later in the season. I love this position. I love that we're playing in Lambeau early in the year instead of December when it's freezing cold. Can't wait for the game. Any thoughts on what are you looking for?
I mean, I want to see if Aaron Rodgers plays. I want to see if it really affects him that he's less mobile. Like if it's a problem at all, or if he's just Superman and he's going out there. Because I mean, who knows what could have happened last week? Maybe he got cortisone shots ran in there and he was just feeling like $1 million. But after a week of that swelling maybe happening, who knows? I'm anxious to see what he looks like because I kind of at this point know what our defense is going to be. And our offense, even if our offense isn't quite to the point it needs to be, I mean, Green Bay's defense is trash. Yeah. I mean, I am not worried for a bit about that. So anxious to see what Aaron Rodgers can do.
I really think, and we've talked about this, I really think the Packers are a terrible team aside from Aaron Rodgers. And I think with Mike Zimmer and with like our defense, Harrison Smith and our defensive line, man, I just want to see us come out and neutralize Aaron Rodgers. And we've done it before. I mean, last several times we've played him, like we've kept him from being comfortable. And man, I think this game is ours for the taking. But let's go negative here, Greg. So if we lose, why are we going to lose?
If we lose, it's because Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. You know, I don't see our offense struggling against their defense. And to be honest, I don't see any other weapons on their offense that really scare me at all. Their receivers aren't anything big. Do they even have a running back? I mean, but if Aaron Rodgers just lights it up, I mean, I like we're not going to be able to keep up with Aaron Rodgers throwing 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like our offense just isn't going to be able to keep up with that. So if Aaron Rodgers goes off, like we will lose for sure. We have to like the defense has to slow him down. And that's how we'll do it.
Awesome.
So on the other end of the spectrum, what's the one thing we have to do in order for us to win?
I'm going to go with we have to sustain drives. We have to, in the whole second half against the 49ers, we were going 3 and out and just letting them back in the game over and over again. With a quarterback as good as Aaron Rodgers, I think that we just can't give him the ball over and over. So the Vikings offense needs to put some drives together. We need to get positive yardage on first and second down. We need to convert third downs. If we can put together, 5, 6, 7, 8-minute drives pretty consistently, and even if it's just scoring a field goal, or ideally scoring a touchdown, but even if it's just a field goal, if we can consistently move the ball and take time off the clock and limit Aaron Rodgers' chances to beat us, I don't think there's any way that they beat us. So
let's hope for that, man.
Yeah.
Let's hope. What's
your thought on a final score?
Final score for the game. Last time it was a shutout. Last time we went to Lambeau Field, we shut them out. Of course, they didn't have Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna go 31-24 Vikings.
All right, I like it. I'm gonna go 28-20 Vikings.
Hey, we both got the Vikings winning.
Yep.
I'm all about it, man. All right, so this brings us to the part of the show where we get to do our looks like segment. This is where I give Danny 3 looks like scenarios, Vikings players, and their alter egos. Danny gets to pick his favorite one. You guys can also feel free to comment in the comment section what your favorite one is, and we'll take that into consideration for next time. So, Danny, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right. Linval Joseph looks like a Wakandan tribal leader. You know what Wakanda is? Black Panther? You ever seen it?
Oh, no, but that's even better.
It's a Black Panther reference. Come on. All right, Kirk Cousins looks like the guy who irons his pants that he's going to wear that day while he stands in his boxers and high socks watching the news.
That's perfect. And filing a trademark application at the same time.
Yeah. You like that? You like that? All right. Stephon Diggs looks like the kid at your high school who would always walk around with a smirk because he was in that one Got Milk commercial when he was 7.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I can see that.
See, he has like that punk look where he pushes his chest up.
He does have kind of he's got that look for sure.
All right, so what do we got?
You got to go with Kirk Cousins, man. Just
He's
Kirk
too
Cousins
good.
ironing his pants. I mean, I feel like Kirk Cousins is going to win every looks like we do all season long.
He's sitting there watching the news and not even paying attention.
Yeah. No, I love when you see him on the sideline. Now that we know his whole thing about like science facts, every time he's like sitting on the bench yelling at the offensive line, it's just like, what's the Pythagorean theorem? What's the square root of 9? That's all.
Just the shot of him running with his tongue out, waving his arms. I just picture him doing that at so many different scenarios in life. I'm like, his kids like get an A, and he's just running down the hallways of the school.
Oh my goodness, Kirk. All right, man. So watching the game this weekend. We're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're in the path of a hurricane. So little concerned, man. I mean, the weather forecast, there's not gonna be any like serious damage here. The coast is gonna probably be pretty bad. So, hopefully they come out okay. But I'm a little worried that we might lose power and lose the ability to watch the game.
We may be road tripping a little bit to go see this game.
Yeah.
We may have to take a little bit of a drive, but we'll do whatever it takes. Which is gonna throw a wrench in our cooking plans. We usually grill every week, but we'll make sure to bring our Schneiders, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we got to bring the
Yes,
Schneiders.
got to bring the Schneiders. Yeah, we might hit up like Asheville or somewhere up in the mountains where we can still get service. So
Driving up to the mountains to watch the Vikings.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Hey.
All right, well that's it. Good show. Let's kick some butt on Sunday. Vikings at Packers.
Let's go Vikings.
Take control of this division. We'll see you guys next time.
Take care.